What's up, guys? Welcome back to Tackling the World. We just got a new sofa. It's like a two-seater one, and our new ottoman just came in. Our living room is finally coming together, and I couldn't be more excited. We've had a pretty small couch in here, which is perfect for the space, but anytime we have people over, there's not a whole lot of sitting space. You know what was the most exciting thing about getting that couch yesterday is it came with free wood. And this one also comes with free wood. All right, last time these things kind of exploded off when I cut them, so kind of expecting that to happen again. So I bought this couch from a company I'd never heard of, and I couldn't really find reviews. So I was very, very worried, but it worked out. Ooh, don't know what we're gonna use this wood for, but it'll come in handy for something. Okay. Oh, nice. Oh, it's so cute. Home is starting to feel like home. It's probably gonna inflate still a little more. Said this one would take 4 to 5 days to fully inflate, and then if I want all the wrinkles, I have to steam it. And check out how our little entrance nook is coming along. We got the same wallpaper as the bar. I'm gonna change this outlet out to something better, and I have this really cute lamp. It's a crow, goes over here somewhere, and it will be holding a light. Very cute, I think. Lots of little projects coming along in the house, and then hopefully this weekend we'll be getting some tongue and groove to cover that hole that's in the bar, and we will be putting a shelf in there as well. I think we're gonna do that white wall blue to match that blue flower that you see in that wallpaper. I don't wanna go too much with green because we already have the green couch, some green cabinets, so I wanna add a little bit of something else, you know? That's kind of all the projects we have right now for inside the house. I don't think we're really working on anything else right now. Still doing lots of stuff in the garden. Check out Taku's office space and Roscoe's sleeping space.
He just needs to be hung out with.
Yeah, he doesn't like to be alone, so. He got too hot? He loves his sunshine time.
Yeah, just taking a little break. Shade time, but it's getting a little cool out here, so we might head back into the sun.
I started this project a couple days ago, basically trying to keep the mice out. I need to find some wood that's thin enough because I don't really want to use more of this really thick wood because I'm going to do hinges so that the front opens and I can access like the beets and the carrots. We have a ton of mice here. We had 2 feral cats that were kind of hanging around the property, but it seems like there's just way too many mice, and Roscoe's actually taken down 2 already, and we've caught maybe 2 or 3 in the mice traps. They're pretty good about getting peanut butter out without setting the traps, so still working on that. We know where they're living too, which is the barn area. You can kind of see it's not sealed at the bottom like this one. You can tell that's one of their little holes, and I've actually seen one pop its little head out from this hole. So we have to cover that too. I already ordered a bunch of mesh to cover up all these holes so they stop living in there. Just gotta, I don't know, smoke them out before we seal it so they don't basically die and stink up the little shed there. So yeah, stupid mice keep eating everything. And with the beets and the carrots, they don't care for them once they're big. It's when they're seedlings that they keep eating them, and it's very annoying. They're even eating onion seedlings, which supposedly they don't like onions, but I guess wild mice don't care. This is where all the blackberries were, so I think we're going to put a bunch of beds here and make use of the space. We need to start really getting ready because spring is right around the corner, and I need to get a lot of seedlings in the ground. These cages seem to work on keeping the mice out, even though these holes are massive and they could totally squeeze through. But for whatever reason, they have not gone in. Not sure why. I think if there's other options, they don't really care to try. I mean, these holes are pretty big. So mice can apparently fit into holes of like 1/4 of an inch big, which is insane. I think these ones here are not quite starving, so maybe they just don't want to make the effort to squeeze into any kind of hole. I don't know. I started some sunflower seeds in little tiny trays, and they dug those up and ate the seeds on the very first night. So those are going to be starting in the house so that they don't eat them. Look at my tiny little carrots. They're just starting to pop up right now. It's very exciting. We got some onions in the back over there. I think once we get the garden beds all in place, we can start thinking about maybe replacing the wood chips with gravel, just because I want there to be less flammable stuff in case there's ever a fire. So I'm still going to use the wood chips for the garden beds, but I think all this like walkable space I think would be best with gravel. Yeah, the less I can burn, the better. Check this out. My wild strawberries are thriving. I'm so excited. They're just growing all over the fig tree here. Lunchtime.
I have here made oden last night. It's hard to see there, but it's a mix of different types of fish cakes. It's a Japanese dish that maybe you have not heard of, but it's a simmered fish cakes. And there's also this one.
This is the best one right here.
Yeah, that's like a little fried tofu pouch with mochi inside. And this one is called konnyaku. This is made with yam. They use the starch of the yam and then make this kind of jello-y kind of substance with really nice texture. This is lotus root. Usually there's daikon as well, but we didn't have the daikon, unfortunately. We have
some growing,
but
they're not ready.
They're not ready yet. We did go to the Bay Area, I don't know, a week ago. So that's why we stock up on the Asian ingredients when we go down there. Usually you eat it with a little bit of Japanese mustard, but we don't have any of that either. We used wasabi last night. That wasabi was super strong. It was like potent. It was killing us, so just gonna go straight in.
This hits the spot too. It's been cold, so. One of the things we did is we pruned our lemon tree a lot. So we still need to clean all that up. And also now we have a ton of lemons. And I think later I'm going to make either lemon cake or lemon bars. I haven't really decided. I also need to double check to see what ingredients we have. Taku's going to clean that up. I'm going to go do some measurements for the garden beds and then probably go saw some wood. Just cut a bunch of wood down and brought it up to the garden area. Let's do this. Something I get asked a lot in the comments is, we're also told, this wood is going to rot. What will I do when the wood rots? Well, this is free. And also, when it rots, it'll probably rot into maybe more years. By then, we can replace them with some fancy birdies beds or, whatever else we want to replace them with that will be very long lasting. But for now, this is free. And if for some reason we can't buy more fancy beds later, we have a lot of wood. Something else that has some people concerned too is that we're cutting down all our trees. We are not cutting down all of our trees. We're just doing some clearing for the sake of not dying in a wildfire. Wonder if I should make these maybe a little deeper. Switching gears real quick, I need to go make that bread so that I can still have time to take Roscoe for a walk. So this will probably have to wait till tomorrow. The recipe I'm going to use, I'll link down below, and I'm using it because she uses yogurt, which is what I have, and I don't really have any milk. Also saw same recipe creator just came out with a lemon tiramisu. That's going to be next week's project. Taku loves tiramisu, and a lemon one sounds really good. But I don't have the ingredients for that, so that's why we're doing lemon pound cake. The little helper. He wants the yogurt. I'm going to pop this into the oven, take Roscoe for a walk, hopefully be back in time. If not, it'll be Taku's job to get this out safely. It's time to try the lemon cake. It's got a couple candied lemons on top too. Ooh. Oh, very nice.
All right.
A little late night cake and tea.
Looks great.
Roscoe, don't bite the new buttons. Oh, he's just rubbing his face. Little kitty foot.
He's wiping his dirty face. They just ate.
Oh yeah, that's true. Roscoe, you just ate. You're gonna wipe it on the new couch. See how it is. Mmm.
Mm.
Hmm.
Well, how many lemons do you use for this?
Not that many.
So we still have 100 left.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I could have upped it more. She used just the
Zest.
the zest, yeah, the lemon zest in the actual bread.
Mm-hmm.
And then she puts the candied lemons. But I did think it was a little light on the lemon.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, definitely good.
Mm-hmm. But it's a really good bread. Very moist.
Just put a ton of zest in there.
Mm-hmm.
Just use it up.
Supposed to be silly.
What are you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'll definitely adjust this. It needs more lemon.
That's very good, though.
Uh-huh. You got the full dry balls. Also, don't ruin those. I know it looks like you're told, but never a dull moment with Roscoe.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a little bit of garden prep right now. You guys can't quite see, but I got my trays. These are little tiny ones because I'm mostly going to be doing herbs and flowers and a couple things that just do better if I start them inside because the mice like to chew on everything. So, yeah, let's see what we're doing today. Definitely going to do the basil. Lots of marigold, calendula. I'm actually still using a lot of my old seeds from when we lived in San Mateo and even in San Francisco. And so far, everything has sprouted. I actually haven't planted any basil, so hopefully those will still sprout. And given that everything... Oh, actually, the lettuce. The lettuce did not sprout. That was interesting. None of my lettuce sprouted, but when I bought some seeds online, I got a free lettuce packet, so... I just kind of have my setup along a windowsill down here, and upstairs I have like a little cart with multiple layers. So that's where I'm growing them this year. But I think next year we'll have the greenhouse set up, and I could probably just put them all there. And the greenhouse we're going to do attached to the barn will hopefully be able to fully seal it so the mice aren't going in, because that's actually a problem with the old greenhouses. Like it has so many holes that the mice are constantly getting in and eating my stuff. I love marigolds. They look really good in your planters, and also they are really good at repelling bugs that you don't want in the garden. So I'm gonna do quite a bit of these because I'll probably put them everywhere, to be honest. 10? Yeah, let's do 10. Might as well. I'm gonna do 2 of these in each, just in case, because they are pretty old. These ones I think I've had since we had the balcony garden going. And we have a balcony here, and I kind of want to do some balcony gardening again, just so you guys can see how much you could still grow even if you have a small space. To be honest, the easiest gardening I ever did was when we had the balcony. Nothing ever ate my plants. It was so nice. Even the birds never bothered the plants up there. I don't know why. But then when we moved to San Mateo, it was rats constantly eating my stuff and squirrels constantly digging and planting their acorns. They never ate anything, but they always disturbed the roots or pulled things up because of their stupid acorns. But mostly it was the rats. And if you live in a city, there's just not a whole lot you could do. We had traps and we were catching a really gross amount of rats. It was like almost a rat a night, I would say, at some point. I'm also going to do a lot of calendula. I love these flowers. They're very pretty, but also they're really good for your skin and hair. So I usually do hand creams with these, and I used to do a hair rinse with these. So I already have several going in the greenhouse, but I want a lot more. They're also edible, but I have never tried eating them. Not really a flower flavor kind of gal, I guess. All right, got them nicely filled up. Now I'm just gonna spritz them down with some water. And I'll probably do some more tomorrow. I gotta do a little more garden planning too. I always plan things and then I end up just being a chaotic gardener, to be honest. I actually write all my plans in here. I know, it looks like the cookbook, but it's a dummy copy. And since it was just blank inside, I decided to use it as a notebook. So I just got all this stuff in here. Makes a very beautiful notebook. And I'll drop the pre-order link to get a real one in the description. That's Taku's cookbook, and then the photos are done by me. That's all I'm going to do for tonight, and I'll work on some more seedlings tomorrow. We finally have a sunny morning, and it is so exciting. When we first bought this place, we would come out every morning to just admire the view with the sun. It was amazing. This is the earliest the sun has started. It's been very misty, cold, and gray in the morning, usually till 10, sometimes noon. A lot of rain too, so it's really nice to have sunshine early morning. Taku's out walking Roscoe. He usually gets anywhere from 4 to 6 miles a day of walking, and then he has all the time here at the property, playtime, tricks, all that stuff. We keep him pretty active. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my tea, and then I'm going to go back to building these garden beds. I think actually I might do a little more planting of some seedlings actually. Yeah. And we did catch mouse in the greenhouse. Just going to take advantage of the morning sun and get some of these little seedlings into the dirt. This was technically Roscoe's bed, but none of his vegetables were ready to go into the ground. We have a pumpkin that maybe in a week I'll probably plant in the back. Pumpkins are edible for dogs, good for their stomach. I have a lot of choy right now because Taku accidentally got water on the seeds and we didn't notice for 24 hours. So I decided just to basically grow them. And we still have a lot more choy. I'm going to be eating quite a bit of choy, if it survives the mice. We ended up going to our local hardware store, found some of this really skinny wood, because I want to finish this guy up. Taku said he has some hinges, so that's what we're going to do with this one. And for the other beds, they're all different sizes. Some of them are really wide, so I might do 2 doors that open on the top. I also have to kind of consider what I'm planting in there. So yeah, and we'll see if they all remain that tall of a size, because I don't think they all need to be that tall.
They fit?
But it makes me, yeah, they fit.
Oh, they're growing.
Yeah, I put them in there, the choice.
Can you,
Oh, make some space, yeah.
Okay, so it has to go right here.
Yeah.
That feels, yeah, it's pretty good.
Mm.
And then so it goes like this. Put a hinge right there, and then it should be able to open it up.
Yeah. Might have to put a latch down there so they don't, I mean, I don't know if they could. Mice are pretty smart.
Yeah, you could put a magnet. Put a little magnet.
Oh,
like clink.
yeah.
But yeah, let's put this one on here first. See if it works.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Can you lift it all the way up and let it go? Doesn't go, huh?
No, it doesn't quite stay.
So we'll have to put something to.
Yeah, a latch over there, tie a little string.
Yeah, that'll work. All right, you just need to put the mesh on it.
Yeah.
Looks crooked for some reason, but that's all right.
It'll do though.
Mhm.
Oh, where did he go? Oh, there he goes. There's a little lizard right there. He just tried to get in to the garden bed and he could not find a hole. It was the perfect little test. Right there. I don't know how well
First
you guys...
lizard of the season.
I know. I gotta figure out how to keep Roscoe away from these guys.
Let me catch him. Yeah, come here, buddy. He's probably
He's a
still
little-
a little slow.
I know. Just let him get his sun. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, there's Roscoe's ball. Yeah. Now I gotta cut this, which is pretty easy. Just kind of takes forever, you know? Because you gotta do it one by one. Well, looks like we finished, thanks to Roscoe's help. He's so silly. The sun's setting, so I probably won't have time to finish the other garden bed, but at least this is done, and hopefully that's going to keep most of the critters out of the garden bed. I'm sure there's much easier food for them to eat, so hopefully they don't try to find the little holes in this covering, and we're going to have to make a lot more of those for the other beds as well. Roscoe's wondering why he can't get in there anymore. I need to plant 2 more gourd plants, 1 loofah, 1 bowl plant, and I had my seeds soaking overnight because these guys are very annoying and take forever to sprout. I'm using these cow manure. They'll like fall apart in the soil once I put them in. Super soft. Gotta be careful not to overwater too, because then they get all gross and soggy. Gourd plants are pretty sensitive with their roots. I'm just gonna give them the tiniest little scratch. Some people say you can like cut the very end, but I've had pretty good luck with just giving them the tiniest scrape. So not even like cutting the seed all the way. Got the seeds in, gonna water them and put them on a heat mat indoors so that they sprout. Thanks for coming along while we prep the garden for spring, and that's gonna be everything for this video. We'll see you guys next week.